What's up, guys? It's JMS80 with Frag the Nation, bringing you some more wager matchmaking, and this is Gungame on Summit. And like I've expressed before in my previous commentaries, Gungame is my favorite variant in the wager mode. And in this particular, actually these next two wager matches that I'll be bringing you, they're both Gungame, by the way, and they're actually simultaneous matches. They are one after the other, and it starts off here on Summit. And the reason why these are a little too special to me is because two of the players in there have been teaming up with each other in the previous matches. I have been with this group of people in this mode for a few games now, and either one or the other had won the past two, and they seem to be taking turns, which means they did whatever it took to help each other out to either come in first or come in the top three, which means one of them would always come in first, and the other one would either come in second or third. And hopefully this doesn't turn into an issue in other types of variants, because if you don't know already, I believe you can, I'm not really sure, don't quote me on this, at least that I've noticed so far, that you can party up with some people in the wager mode. I don't know this for certain, but they were most certainly working together. In the post and the pre-lobbies, I would recognize them talking to each other and strategizing in ways, and I actually thought that was BS. I called them out on a couple instances for it, and pretty much they told me if I didn't like it, then maybe that I should just try harder, which it doesn't really matter if you try, because if you're playing a free-for-all based match and you have two people helping out one another, then that actually just makes it that more difficult for everybody else. But not the instance in these next two gameplays. I managed to put on my try-hard pants. I'm like, alright, you guys want to play it that way? Fine. We shall play it that way. And I ended up winning these next two matches with quite ease. And they were not pleased with that at all. They didn't like it at all, especially in this one right here. I do believe that I think one of them ends up coming in second, but the other one comes up in sixth place, I believe. And I'm hoping that this is not going to be a problem for future references. Hopefully the Treyarch will recognize this in certain instances when I'm I don't know. I mean, I guess they probably can't recognize that, the communication going on in between two players or whatever. I believe that it should be strictly a free-for-all based type, game, or game mode. I don't know. It's just something that just really, really bothered me. But I thought it was quite hilarious when their little tactics weren't working. I don't think they really make it an issue to really maybe sit in a corner and just kill each other. Even though I did suspect that at first, but what I realized what they were doing was that making sure, and I did see one another in some previous matches giving each other kills when one would fall behind when they wanted to place in that, when they wanted to place in the top three, which I thought was completely BS. So I made it my point, and I wanted to really stay in the matchmaking with the both of them. I wanted to come in first place because it got underneath my skin. And I don't know if this happens to any of you guys out there, but you see a tactic going on that isn't right, that is bogus, and it's noobish, and it's complete BS. And you just pretty much, somebody who's, say, in a domination match and all they're doing is kill whoring, and they are just doing it blatantly, and pretty much it just becomes your sole mission to pretty much ruin their entire party. You really just throw caution to the wind, and you don't care what happens to your kill-death ratio or your team for that matter, but you just want to make that game just as excruciatingly painful as possible for that other person, and just make it to where that they really want to get away from trying to kill horror as much as they possibly can, and or quit the game. And which I completely, well, of course that's not the instance in this, match right here, but I wanted to do my best so that way I come in first place, and as you can see already, I've already made it up to the sniping tier. And I decided to chill at this little point, because most times when people come across that doorway, they automatically, I don't know why they do this, they make a direct beeline to the right. They don't even bother looking to the left at that stairwell. Right here coming up, this is completely stupid. I didn't know this at first, but you can humiliate yourself and drop yourself a weapon tier if you accidentally kill yourself. But I think I do kill that guy, but I kill myself in the process, which just completely defeats the purpose, and it sends me back one weapon tier, which I think is stupid. I think that either if you end up killing yourself but killing the other person, I believe you should still stay at that same weapon tier. You know, killing yourself I can understand, but anyway, as you can see right here, and also another way they work together, I forgot to mention, is that I mean there were plenty of times in those other few matches that I was, you know, playing against them. They would notice when I would get up into the upper weapon tier, and they would make it pretty much their goal just to double team me and to try to knife me and humiliate me and put me down a couple of weapon tiers, so that way they could catch up. And I'm sorry, but that's just complete BS. So in this game right here, you'll see me anytime, especially since I'm up in the explosives type tier of the game. I'm trying to, as soon as I get a kill, I'm gonna instantly be on the move, try to get into a new area and see about getting that next kill, because it was too often that I would get on a little bit of a run and I would stay in the same area and end up, they would find out where I was, and then end up I would be degraded a weapon tier. So I didn't want that to be the case in this game. I wanted to keep on the move, so that way, because I knew they would continuously look for me if I stayed in one area, and then it would end up just being the same thing all over again. But anyway, the other games that I played against them in, though, I would always come in second, actually. Either one of them would come in first and the other one would come in third. But anyway, and right here I see that I can't really tell from this screen, because in Sony Vegas the pre-play screen or whatever, it's very small, so I can't tell. But I'm noticing that other people are they're getting up into the explosives tiers with me. Right here, I break my own rule about when using the crossbow. I'm just trying to stick people with it, rather than trying to place it at the base of their feet. I apologize for this right there. As I was recording, I accidentally hit the pause button right there, so it caused a slight pause. But anyway, I get this guy right here, and I notice that there's too much traffic coming through up here, and I notice that it's possibly that someone could spawn behind me, ended up getting me from behind, and I didn't want that, so I knew I had to get out of the area immediately. It's quite funny, though, when I win this game right here, they are very, very unhappy, and they express it in a way, and they call me a camper and things like that. And I think it is right up here I get the kill. Actually, I think I almost die pretty much, because the guy, I'm pretty sure he has a launcher of some sort. Yeah, he does. He ends up causing the explosion, and I get the win. Alright, guys, I'll be bringing the last wager match up here pretty soon. See you then.